Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News. I have the pleasure to be joined by 3-0 lightweight prospect Cameron Vuong. Cameron, how are you today, mate?
I'm all good, mate. All good. Ready for Christmas now with my family. But yeah, I can't wait to get back. I'm all good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I mean, we'll get onto your next fight in a bit because I think it's a great step up for yourself against Ishmael Ellis. But I do want to touch on kind of your first sort of year as a pro, 3-0, three fights, 3-0. I mean, you fought on some huge cards. I mean, how have you kind of assessed this kind of first year? It must have been obviously exciting times.
Yeah, fast out the starting blocks. Obviously 3 fights in 8 weeks. It's unheard of. One co-main event. My fourth fight co-main event again. It's been a massive start. I didn't think it would take off this quickly. Only doing really 3 months as a pro, but it's been a great start and can't complain. I've been on some massive cards. So yeah, I'm really happy, really happy. Can't wait for 2024. I think it's going to be even bigger. I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely, mate. I mean, if it's going to be even bigger, I mean, you fought on the Wood Warrington undercard, which is a huge show, and then obviously you fought at hometown Newcastle as well, and then you're in Belfast as well. I mean, of those three, which one did you kind of enjoy the most? Let's say.
I think I enjoyed Belfast the most. The crowd, the crowd loved it when I did the ring entrance and got behind us, and it was a great atmosphere. So I'd say I enjoyed Belfast the most. I'm looking forward to coming back home though, February 10th, another homecoming co-main event again, on a big bill. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a good start of the year.
Definitely. I mean, especially with Belfast, I enjoyed your post-fight interview as well, mate. I thought it was very, very good. And also, obviously, your first, I mean, it's a first year as a pro. Obviously, I think a lot of the fans can answer this question kind of for themselves. But kind of, how have you found that transition from the amateurs to the pros? Obviously, from the outside, kind of, you're doing very well, mate. If you don't mind me saying, but how have you found that transition?
No, I've loved it. Like as a kid growing up in the amateurs and stuff like that, I've always wanted to be a pro. I always did it to eventually be a pro, and now I'm here. I'm just enjoying it, enjoying the process, sitting down on my shots a bit more, slowing it down, enjoying the longer rounds. I started off on six rounders anyway, but it's my first 8 rounder February 10th, so I'm looking forward to. I love being there. I love being in the light. I enjoy the whole process. So I'm looking forward to just getting out February 10th.
Okay, let's talk about February 10th. Obviously, Ishmael Ellis. I mean, I don't think there's many fighters he hasn't fought, to be fair. Harlem Eubank and Dalton Smith are the two names. I mean, why was this the right fight for the next step in your career?
You know, Ishmael Ellis, he's a tough, formidable opponent. He's a tough guy. He comes to fight. It's a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to winning in devastating fashion and putting on a show in front of your home fans. That's what it's all about, and getting more people talking about Cameron Vaughn. So I think this year is going to be my breakthrough year, and come 2025, everyone will know my name.
They definitely will, mate, if they haven't already. Obviously, as I said, he's fought those two names. Like, obviously, I don't want to say you're going to be comparing, obviously, to what those guys did, but obviously, very much planning to make a statement on February 10th.
Yeah, definitely looking to make a big statement in front of my home crowd. Going to do a lot of tickets, and it's going to be a massive night, not just for me, but for Newcastle. There's going to be a lot of hometown boys on the card, but I'm definitely looking to steal the show.
Definitely, and we look forward to seeing it, mate. Obviously, you just mentioned your progression there as well. Obviously, you're moving very, very quickly. Obviously, you mentioned 3 fights in 8 weeks. It is unheard of. But could we see obviously you keeping up that activity in 2024 and maybe pushing on to those titles towards the back end?
Yeah, definitely that's what I want. I want to stay active, and I'm ready for whoever they put in front of us. Whoever the Sam and Jamie say and Eddie say I'm boxing. I've never said no to a fight in my life, so I'm ready for whoever they put in front of us, and I'll move as fast as they want to move us.
Definitely, mate. Obviously, there's a lot kind of emphasis put on kind of that traditional route, kind of that English, Commonwealth, British, European, and then world, kind of going that way. Kind of is that something you would like to do?
I think it would be nice to do it, but I'm not too fussed about doing it. World titles is where I want to be. Whatever route gets us to the world titles, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I'm not bothered. I want to stay on track and achieve my dream, which is to become a world champion.
Definitely, and at St James's as well, mate. We look forward to seeing that
Yeah, it
one
would
for sure.
would be
Definitely,
unbelievable. Yeah, if that's where it is.
definitely. Well, I think there's well, if everyone else in Newcastle progresses the way they want to, I feel like you could fill up that stadium pretty quickly. I do want to obviously touch on in our first interview, you were still training up with Graham Rutherford at Berkeley, but obviously since then you've been training with Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis. I mean, it's obviously turned out a great move for yourself. Kind of what is it like? Obviously, you've been training there with those guys, obviously two top trainers, but then also the fighters that you're in and around as well, Chantal Cameron, Jack Catterall, and Akib Fiaz as well. It must be a nice feeling up there.
Yeah, the gym's great. It's a great environment, good vibes in the gym, and I just clicked with Jamie and Nigel as soon as I went down there, and I feel at home when I am there. Jack's like my big brother, sort of took us under his wing, and everywhere he goes, I go. So I'm learning off the best. I try and shadow and stick because, like, I believe you become what you surround yourself with. I feel if I surround myself with the best, like Jack, he's the true undisputed world champion at 140. I feel if you surround yourself with people you aspire to be like, then that's how you end up. I learn a lot from Jack behind in the gym behind closed doors. And we've got a great team, a great setup. Chantal, you've mentioned there, even Akib Fiaz. We've got a great team. Very blessed, very grateful to be around such good people.
Definitely, obviously, as you said, you surround them. If you surround yourself with those names, you're surely going to rise to the top, Cameron, as well. I do want to touch on Jack Catterall. Actually, I think who everyone wants him to fight next is always the talk of the town. But if you were Sam Jones, if you were Eddie, who would you put Jack Catterall in with next?
If I was Jack, I'd be chasing them world titles. I don't believe Taylor even deserves. I believe Josh Taylor, the only thing that keeps him relevant at the moment is Jack Catterall because he's lost his world titles. No one's really bothered about what Josh Taylor's doing right now, and I feel Jack would be giving him that relevancy. If it was me, I wouldn't give him it, and I would go for them world titles. That's his dream. At the same time, I would love to level the score. So I think that's what Jack wants to do. He wants to get even, and put right that blemish on his record. But I think once he does that, then world titles are going to come anyway.
I think they definitely will on the performance he's been putting in, especially against Jorge Linares. I don't think Jorge laid a glove on him really for the rest of the fight, and no one's really done that to Jorge Linares, even in his long career as well. I do want to obviously my final question, Cameron. Obviously, as we mentioned, kind of you transitioned to kind of Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis, but what kind of influenced kind of that change, or was it just that there's some two top trainers and kind of wanted to go for it?
Two great coaches. Obviously, their resumes and what they've done in boxing speaks for itself. Jamie, he's been there and done it himself, and he's worked with some of the best fighters in the world. So I'm just grateful to be a part of the stable. Grateful that they took us on, and like I said, we just click, and I love it down there. So it's the best move I've made in my career, and I think I'll be there for a long, long time.
Definitely, and we look forward to seeing it and big things to come for yourself as well, mate. To be fair, Cameron, we've breezed through all of my questions. Thank you for giving me your time today. Any kind of final words kind of for your fans, obviously going into that homecoming fight on February the 10th?
Just stay tuned. Get yourself down to the Virtue Motors Arena. It's going to be a great night, and stay tuned for a massive 2024 because this year we're going to go global.
Well, Cameron Vuong going global, that's a very, very good thing for my ears as well, mate. But no, Cameron, thank you very much for your time today and hope you have a nice Christmas, mate.
Nice one, mate. Thank you. You too.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Cheers.